And there are a lot of indie games on the Switch, but which ones are worth buying? In this video I'll be telling you my top 5 indie games for the Nintendo Switch. Now I've had the Switch for almost 2 years, and I'd say that at least half of my library, if not more, is just indie games. There's so many good indie games for the Switch. A lot of Vita indie games have come over, and all indie developers are flocking from Steam and everywhere just to come to the Switch. But today I'm going to be telling you about my personal top 5 Nintendo indie Switch games. Now first one up is a little game called Zener Drift. Zener Drift is a Metroidvania style game developed by Renegade Kid, who are the developers of Mutant Mudds, which is also on the Switch. Now Zener Drift is a very basic game. It takes Metroidvania aspects to their core and sticks to them. It doesn't have an expansive story, the enemy variety isn't too great, but the gameplay is solid. Now although I probably wouldn't pay $10 for this game, it does go on sale fairly often, and I did pick it up on sale for about £2. So if you're willing to wait, I would definitely wait for a sale, and if you can get the game on sale, it's an excellent purchase. Now at number 4, I'm placing Celeste. Now although Celeste is a critically acclaimed game, it's nominated for Game of the Year, it's got praise from loads of people, I agree with that. I say the game is amazing, but I wouldn't put it as my number 1. That doesn't mean that Celeste isn't amazing. Celeste is a story-based platformer by the developer Matt Makes Games. But even outside the story, the gameplay is solid, the platforming is excellent. I would say if you wanted to get a platformer on the Switch, I would go for Celeste over New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I'd say Celeste is a better game overall. Now at number 3, I've got Enter the Gungeon. Now I had already played games like The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and I love The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. The progression, the roguelike elements, the way the game progresses is based more off your skill rather than collecting weapons as well, and the infinite replayability that the game offers. The game is still on sale right now for just over $5. So if you're watching this video today, or a few days after this video came out, you can pick it up for half price. Now at number 2, we've got Stardew Valley. Now I've owned Stardew Valley on the PC. I owned it for about a year, and after owning it for a few months, I just stopped playing it. I thought it was a fun game, but just sort of lost touch with it. But then it came out for the Switch, and I was actually going on holiday just after this game came out, so I picked it up almost straight away. And I think this game is... I know a lot of people say these games are perfect for the Switch, but Stardew Valley is actually perfect. If you're playing the game on PC, and you want to finish halfway through a day, you'd have to just progress through or just lose your progress for that day. But on the Switch, you just put it into sleep mode and continue off from where you were later on. Now Stardew Valley is a farming simulation role-playing game developed by Concerned Ape. It's heavily inspired by the Nintendo franchise Harvest Moon, and you can tell just by the gameplay. I'd say that Stardew Valley takes what Harvest Moon did and improves on almost every single aspect, especially on the more recent Harvest Moon games. There's all sorts of crops to grow, there's all sorts of storylines that's taking place while you're playing it. It's just, again, like Enter the Gungeon, there's seemingly infinite amount of content. You could play this game easily for thousands of hours if you really enjoyed it. If, like me, you were going on holiday soon, or even if you just got school holidays coming up, I would definitely buy it, because you'll be investing a lot of time into this game. Now for my number 1, I've picked a very good game, but I don't think anyone would have expected me to pick it. But my number 1 is SteamWorld Dig 2. Now SteamWorld Dig 2 is a 2D action-adventure platformer developed by Image and Form Games. This game actually came out in 2017, but I'd still say that it 100% holds up in 2019. I got the original SteamWorld Dig for my 3DS when that first came out in 2013. I loved it, and more recently I bought it again for the PC and played it again, and it's still an amazing game. I love SteamWorld Dig. So when SteamWorld Dig 2 got announced for what was at the time a timed console exclusive for the Switch, I bought it day one, as soon as it came out, and I was not disappointed. Everything was improved. The graphics had improved, level design heavily improved as they'd moved from randomly generated terrain to levels actually built by people, which I think benefits the game quite a bit. There's a brand new upgrade system. They even give you a little companion in this game, and I thought that was going to be annoying, but the companion's actually really good. The writing in this game is amazing. This game has more bosses than the first one. The first one only had one final boss. This game has multiple bosses. It's quite a short game in comparison to Enter the Gungeon and Stardew Valley. I think I beat it in about 10 hours, but I did not by any stretch get all of the upgrades by any means. So those upgrades alone gave me an incentive to play it again and again and again until I figured out how to get every single upgrade. So yeah, I would highly recommend. And hopefully there'll be a SteamWorld Dig 3. So yeah, that was my personal top 5 list. What are your favourite Switch games? They don't have to be indie games, they could be any game. They could be Mario Kart, anything. Tell me down in the comments. Give this video a like, and please subscribe as it helps out the channel. And I'm trying to hit 10 subscribers by the end of April. So if we could get that, I'd be very happy. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.